Hello to you, my lovely audience. I will have an All Japan review up. Just get it up tonight, maybe. You know, I will. This video, in my mind, was more important. I was going to do it a while ago with a friend of mine, so I could get second opinions on everything. I don't know, I'm just being a little inconsistent, and I don't want to wait like a month to do this. So this is basically Sean Carlton, myself. I don't want to refer to myself in that third person again. But basically, I'll give you my thoughts on just a ton of things. I have some notes, so if you notice that I'm kind of reading, yeah. I did this a while ago. Like, I have my opinions, obviously. There's certain jokes and stuff I might miss. I don't want to do that, so. Yeah, let's get in this video. This is Sean Carlton on comedy. Alright, so basically, I am a comedian. I'm a comedian first, wrestling fan, YouTuber second. I kind of grew up on like Carlin and Pryor, so I mean when you see that stuff when you're 6 and 7, I mean shit, it's just funny that they're swearing then, but if we get a little bit older, you're like, wow, this guy's got away with words, or this guy's making people laugh. I want to do that. I think I made the first person laugh with a joke when I was like, I don't know, 8 maybe. I don't know. It's just maybe it's power over people, or it's something. I don't know. Everyone wants to be loved in their own little way. I want to be loved for being great, I guess. I don't want to do a 9 to 5. My 9 to 5 is gonna be writing. I do that. Yeah, so I've definitely looked up to Carlin. There's guys like Louis C.K. I like. Way back, you got Lenny Bruce. I've heard some of his stuff, not much. Enough to know that the shit he did used to get him arrested. Now you don't even get noticed for it. But, I mean, that was true art. He had great jokes, too. It wasn't just shock. And today, I guess I like Zach Galifianakis, Daniel Tosh. I mean, he's not my favorite stand-up, but I love Tosh by now. Mocking people who make asses of themselves and faceplant. I mean, that's the life. That's the greatest job in the world. I want that job so bad. The skits are the best part. All right, so basically, I haven't got a lot of experience. I did a show over the phone to Florida, Pensacola. I guess it was a bunch of college kids, university kids, and it was actually with the WWE review guys. So I did it from Belleville, Canada, 2 hours from Toronto. And I don't know, I guess I did pretty good. I went with my safe jokes. I went with my, like, Kardashian stuff. I mean, it's not stuff I would want to use at a coffee house, but it was alright stuff. I got a few signature lines I like to use. Maybe I'll use one later. Yeah, I dislike comedians like Dane Cook, Carlos Mencia. I don't know, just recycling material, or even using your own basic material and then flailing around like a cracked out fish out of water. It doesn't make you funny, it just makes you Dane Cook. And delivering borderline racist jokes, because if they're not funny, they're racist, like Mencia, isn't much better. I think the majority of comedy fans, which they're not really, are just a bunch of schmucks who don't know. It's basically, they're like almost like the Hogans of comedy. Fans, I mean. They don't know, basically Hogan would know a wristwatch from a wrist lock, and these guys would know a one-liner from a fucking hand job. I don't know. Just kind of went with that. I live in a small city. Humor's not easy to come by. It's something like 60% like elderly people in my city. Like, it's rare, but that actually happens. So I guess it's basically people go off to college, university, whatever. They have their families. They come back here when they're older, retire, have their yachts and shit. I don't know. I'm one of the more poorer people, I guess. So yay me, poverty. Yeah, I just basically my stuff is I prefer one-liners, and I'll come up with things like, I got a great name for a country song. I broke her hymen, she broke my heart. Which Dinosaur Avenger actually covered. He wrote the song, he like recorded it and sent it to me, which I mean that's ridiculous. I didn't know country music was big over there, but I guess it is. Uh, it's just certain stuff like that. I mean, I just like to make people laugh. I basically one-liners are my specialty. I can get into more stuff. I don't like to get too much into it. It feels like I'm teaching someone a lesson. If Carlin can do it, I mean, one day I hope. Yeah, I think if you guys are gonna check out any comedians who you probably don't know, uh, I wouldn't call it political. I mean, this guy talks about political stuff, but he's Paul Provenza. Great fucking guy. He gets no respect. He has every major comedian, like past and present, and he was basically Carlin's protege, like praising the guy. Carlin's daughter gave Paul his necklace and a little baggie of his weed when George died. So obviously, this guy's got comedy in his blood. I mean, I think I got comedy in me too. If I was a woman right now and be pregnant, comedy would be my baby. No father though. All right. Now I'll get to politics and government. I don't know, maybe religious right, stagnant left, all that kind of shit. Basically, I had a Canada Day joke for any Canadians. It's a little old, but have you ever noticed when you look at the Canadian flag really closely, you can see Wilfrid Laurier jerking off over Diefenbaker? That's, it's a Canadian joke. No one's going to get it. I like it. So basically, in Canada, our government's moving towards more of the U.S. government, where there's not quite. We still have a left. We don't have a center. It's center right or far right is the other option. But yeah, I don't know. It's our prime minister's an asshole. He's basically Joe McCarthy, Canada. He even says God bless Canada. He wants to be American so bad. Basically, Canada's economy didn't tank like the U.S.'s. I mean, we were in shit, but we got out of our. We didn't get out of our shit either. But you know, we're about. The U.S. is like here. We're like here as far as recovery goes. I mean, the reason was our banks regulation. We don't let our banks do whatever the fuck they want and go crazy. Simple little things like that. Just regulate. Some people want smaller governments, smaller banks. They're more dangerous than the government. So yeah, I don't know. Basically, Prime Minister Harper takes hippie protesters and tells the cops like, oh yeah, dispatch them. You know, we had the biggest mass arrest in Canadian history under Harper, and he got reelected. This country's fucked. I don't know. Ugh, it's like an episode of South Park over here. Actually, it's a lot like an episode of South Park. There's an episode where the hippies overrun South Park, and basically Cartman has to kill them all. Well, he doesn't kill them all, but to get rid of them, he's got to save everyone from the hippies gathering around and smoking weed and stuff. Basically, Harper thinks like Cartman. He thinks hippies will destroy Canada or something. I don't know. He's a little nuts. He goes to this church. I'm not going to judge anyone's religious thoughts, really, but he goes to a church and he prays. It's a church where they pray for really specific things, like I hope this bill passes to get this pothole fixed. I mean, shit like that. Like, I hope I get a good coupon for the grocery store. I mean, stupid shit. I mean, I'm not going to knock someone for religion, but if you're praying that your dog wins first prize on the dog show, what the fuck is wrong with you? Suppose someone's praying that the cancer kind of dies down, and they can go cancer free, and then this person asks for like cheese and crackers, and they get the cheese and crackers. What if the cancer patient doesn't get so well? I mean, I'm not saying that's how praying works. I don't know, but you know, it's just a thought. All right, so basically, I don't like when people intertwine religion and politics. I don't. It grinds my gears. Basically, when what would Jesus do is your first question as a politician, you're probably not fit to look after a small child, let alone a fucking country. Alright, anyway, the left has almost as mad. They're supposed to be this intelligent, compassionate people, and they're just moving more and more towards the center-right kind of thing. Uh, Already in America, there's no left. You can call Obama a leftist all you want. You don't know how to use the word anyway, might as well. He's not. He's about the money. He's center-right. He's a Republican before they became extreme. He's kind of like Reagan, I would say. Yeah, Reagan raised taxes at one point. Basically, the left lost their testicles, and that has me pissed off. I'm not in the left. I'm not really in the center. I'm not center-right, center-left. I'm Sean, man. I do my own shit. I don't follow people's views. I mean, shit, I get informed, but I'm not going to let someone else dictate how I think. And then independence. I'm going to attack so-called independence. A lot of these so-called independents are mindless drones towing the line for billionaires and other politicians, corporations, basically the Tea Party. I mean, the difference between the Tea Party and truthers have MacBooks, college educations, and propaganda. Tea baggers carry guns, D report cards, and Bibles. They're usually either disgustingly misinformed, delusional, or just borderline insane. I mean, there are legitimate independents. Jesse Ventura, maybe Ron Paul, maybe. Yeah, I say as far as prostitution and drugs go, legalize this shit. It's proof. No one's gonna go, oh, heroin's at the store. I'm just gonna try heroin. You really think someone's gonna do that? Shit, man. It's not like a beer. It's not like, oh man, let's do a syringe. It's not like that. And the addiction will go down. I guarantee it. Less people will die. That's for sure. No dirty needles. No AIDS spreading around. And it can happen to people who don't do drugs either. Say you forget the condom. You sleep with someone. They did heroin. Oh shit, dirty needle. Clean needles too. You just need to regulate that shit. Tax it. Pretty much every country is in the red. Maybe Latin America and Brazil, they're doing all right. China's not, despite what people say. Yeah, just regulate shit. Legalize it. Prostitution? Fuck yes. Brothels? I'm not going to use one myself. The massage parlors? What? It's just better. You regulate it. Testing. You give people dental and health programs, whatever. And in Canada, US, you just make it safer for people. That way, prostitutes aren't being killed by the dozens. Because there's sick, demented people who think prostitutes don't matter and they can just practice on them with their sick, twisted methods. So yeah, I think the drug war, bullshit. Canada's pretty much getting it because Harper's going to build a bunch of mega prisons and our crime rate's going down. So you figure you have to have harsher punishments for certain things. So, oh Canada, there's my invisible flag. Alright, now I'll get to military and the business of war. I do believe war is a business, and in Canada, I don't know if it's going that way. I think it is. I think Harper more right now, it's a pissing contest, dick waving contest, whatever. Yeah, it's just small dick conservatives like to shove their small dick in people's faces in the form of bombs. It's just how they are. I don't know. And then they claim they're patriots. That's a big thing. If the first person to claim that they're a patriot is full of shit. It's just like when someone proclaims that they're cool. You ain't cool if you're talking about being cool, Jack. That's just the way it goes. And you're not a patriot if you claim to be one. Patriots will risk anything to save their country. I'm not saying I'm necessarily a patriot, but if the government gets overthrown here, I wouldn't be surprised if I was wearing a bandana and holding the new flag. Just saying. oh fuck, the government's gonna burst in the door any minute and arrest me. I'm against legal or illegal occupational land. So yes, naturally, I'm against the Iraq invasion, which I guess is ending. It's probably not. It's gonna be a full-time base there, like there still is in Germany and Japan. Whatever. I know, I can tell you for a fact, Canada is not just a peaceful country. I mean, we killed a lot of Native people, and it wasn't just founding the country. It was in the 60s and 70s. Many churches and Catholic schools, whatever, killed a lot of kids. A lot of bad stuff's happened. People were treated bad. They were raped. They were abused. A lot of suicide, alcoholism. There's just Canada's got a dark, dark past, and I don't need to make this video darker, but I mean, it's a fact. It's not just the U.S. that has blood on their hands. I'll admit that. Alright, now we're going to get to corporate greed and who really owns the countries. I believe the United States is basically under control by corporations because the government answers to them. I mean, even in Canada, U.S. people, entities, came over, and our Prime Minister at the time, Jean Chrétien, was smoking a joint on TV. They were that close to legalizing it. Basically, you'd be able to walk down the street and smoke a joint, which, I mean, quite frankly, I'd do it already on occasion, but I'd like to do it in broad daylight once in a while. For those of you who want to know, most I smoke is 3 times a year, so don't call me a pothead, please. And I don't do any other drugs. Not that they should be illegal. Yeah, I just believe the corporations, they kind of own stuff. I mean, the mega prisons I was talking about earlier with Harper, the military, that's a business. You gotta test the weapon somehow. What better way to do that than to occupy someone? Man, just a lot of bullshit going on. I mean, I bet Stephen Harper's buddy's the one who runs the mega prison. At least one of them. Okay, now we'll move on to human rights, volunteering, doing your part, that sort of thing. I do believe volunteering is kind of just, it's right. It's not because you're gonna get to heaven or anything. I mean, if that's what does it for you, do it. And we need more volunteers. I gotta get my police check again, so I can work with the elderly, vulnerable, whatever. I do enjoy volunteering. I mean, sometimes it's hard work, sometimes there's lifting, there's this and that, but whatever, man. It's more rewarding than getting a check that's not enough to do a job you hate. I do stuff I love, man. I'm starting college soon. I plan on doing a lot of shit. I would say Toronto, maybe Montreal, because it's a bit different. Kind of doing like a media thing. I'll do comedy. Definitely, comedy's my main thing. But yeah, eventually I'll end up in Japan, I think, and I think I could, strike like something in Japan. I'll definitely go to the pro wrestling shows. I would do anything to get front seats so people could actually see me. Like who's the guy? Whatever. It'd be fun. So yeah, I just believe in a lot of things, like human rights. Like, you gotta respect people. You have to respect people. You can't stomp on other people for your happiness. I believe in this pursuit of happiness, which is, it's not an American thing, but the saying is. I just don't believe in stomping on other people to do it. It's just not fair. It's not fair. How would you like someone to do that to you? You wouldn't like it. I mean, maybe you would. Some people get stomped on. Fetishes, but not me. Alright, so maybe I'll get sex, women, relationships. First, I'd like to pose a question. Hopefully you can answer it in the comment section. Brain, breast, legs, butt, or eyes? I'm an ass man myself, but she's got to be smart, man. Once a woman says something stupid or says, "Who's Nelson Mandela?" I wouldn't hit it with a 10-foot pole. Not that I'm bragging or anything. Okay, here's a little thing. I was working on this. Not everyone gets it, but I'm saying Aries. Blowjobs are like Christmas morning. They come once a year, they make everyone happy, and they leave you in debt. Maybe that's just me. I've modified it a little bit. It's not once a year. They come every year. Yeah. They leave you in debt because of prostitution. Yeah, that failed. Anyway, yeah, gay rights, marriage, the gay marriage issue. I believe that anyone should be able to marry. It's not hurting us. It doesn't kill us. There's certain rights that couples cannot get unless they're married. Life benefits, and there's stuff that they need. It's not just, I mean, some people do. Some dudes just want to get married. Some chicks just want to get married. Yeah, I'm saying dudes and chicks. It's just the way it goes. I mean, some people have that romantic vision. I used to think that maybe marriage would be a good thing down the line. But, you know, since I had my heart stomped on, so I don't know. I just think everyone should have the right to, or no one should. If you're gonna do that, everyone deserves basic like insurance or whatever. They shouldn't have to be homeless. Unless they're in love. Sanctity of marriage bullshit. Please. Right. More people get divorced now than they stay together, so slightly more. I'll touch on religion, atheism, agnosticism, sorry, nihilism. Basically, my religion or their lack of religion, really, it's not too much of an issue, I don't think. The issue is people who use religion as a reason for war, violence, death, destruction, or hate. I put human rights ahead of everything. I mean, I want my rights safe. I don't want someone going over and like, bang, you're dead, or something like that, you know? I don't want people to put me in a cell and not give me a reason. G20. Dude, just, yeah, man. I mean, I understand atheists. It's a little arrogant. I would say I'm agnostic. I don't really believe in fairy tales or anything. I'm not saying it can't happen. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a human. I'm a man. I'm flawed. I admit it. No one's perfect. Nothing's perfect. Nothing. I'll tell you a little story. Basically, when I was 15 in high school, this is when the comedy thing like really started. Like I was writing stuff. I was like, oh, it's funny. And then, yeah, what happened was I wanted to convert to Judaism, but not for religion. What Tim Watley did in Seinfeld, the dentist, where he converted to Judaism purely for the jokes, so you could tell like the Jewish jokes and the Catholic jokes too. So, kind of what I wanted to do. All right, now I'm gonna touch a little on science, evolution, medical stuff, stem cells, nanotech, whatever. I don't know why. Pretty much exclusively in America, there's a huge debate on evolution. The 7 days. I'm not gonna call it theory. The 7 days crockpot is fucking insane. Really, 7 days? We rested on the 7th day, right? I read the Bible and shit. I should know this. Yeah, I'm starting to think some of us haven't fully evolved yet. Mainly in the South, Carolina, being really specific. I don't say there's no God. I just say evolution. It's real. I mean, look at the water, man. Just really take a look at the water. Tell me you don't belong there. Yeah, it doesn't take a scientist or professor, but I tend to trust them when it's like 98% of them. These people aren't like, it's a personal agenda. Even religious scientists, which there are a few, they say they think God created the earth, but they don't think God created man. Like, they think that God basically like, boom, like started shit. Started evolution. I mean, that's a lot more believable than Adam and Eve. Really? Adam and Eve? So we're all like brothers and sisters? Ugh. Incest, man. Ugh. Alright, yeah, so, uh, I don't know, nanotechnology, let's talk about that. Basically, these little tiny machines, you won't be able to see them, invisible to the naked eye, little tiny machines, nanites. Basically, I don't know, you have like a hole in your chest. Go to the doctor in the office, put these little things in you, they fix you up. Basically, you're like a car, taking the car to the shop and getting it fixed. I mean, that's fucking cool. It might only be available to the very rich for a while, but eventually, I think everyone will kind of get it. In the U.S., they'll charge a shit ton of money for it. In places like Brazil, you'll probably get it for free. Maybe taxes will pay for it, but whatever. It would still be cheaper than paying individually. Yeah, as long as I'm not in debt for the next 100 years paying it off, my new organs, I think it'd be kind of cool. Alright, so I guess I'll touch on conspiracies, 9/11 conspiracies, all around craziness, Glenn Beck. Speaking of crazy, I found that 9/11 conspiracy theorists want the conspiracy to be true, and they're so emotionally invested in it. It's sick. I mean, they pull out facts and stuff. You got to be an idiot to believe the official report, but you also got to be an idiot to believe that that administration could be that bright. I mean, they were planning to go into Iraq anyway. They already had their plan. Weapons of mass destruction was the plan from day one. They weren't misled. They knew that there were not weapons anymore. They knew there was none there. They wanted a war, and they started it. I don't know if it was Bush saying, like, fuck you, Dad, I can do this, you can't. But yeah, that's just the way it goes, man. You're vilified and hated by these people who are truth seekers. I'm a truth seeker myself, which means that, like, I want to know. Like, I'm not going to stop searching. I don't think I'll ever find out everything. I don't think anyone will. That's just... Some people are delusional, man. It's just... They hate you because you have a different opinion than them. I've seen a lot of documentaries and stuff. There is a lot of fishy shit. But I'm not convinced that there's definitely a conspiracy. People that say this did happen, like, come on, man. I think Al Qaeda is pretty much dead and irrelevant. But, you know, that's just me. They don't attract any young people, and the average age isn't too great there. It's the youth are outnumbering the old, so I think Al Qaeda will kind of blow over. The IRA was way cooler anyway. Yeah, so I think the CIA was incompetent. The U.S. government, always incompetent. It's just, that's what happens, man. It could have been an inside job. I'm not saying it couldn't have been, but I don't think it was. I feel bad for everyone that had people die, and it's just, man. And there's idiots like Glenn Beck, and they make these conspiracy theories sound normal by comparison. Fucking Nazis and chalkboards and slapping around labels and throwing out random names like Mao. Like, shit, what do you know about the Great Leap Forward? Probably only knows the song. Great song. Yeah, I belong to no corporation, no political party. I have no religion. And I have no set out cause. I mean, I want everyone to kind of have a fair shake. But yeah, I'm not right, left, center. Like I said, I'm Sean Carlton. And I like to do my own thinking. That's just the way I am. And people may say I'm biased. Everyone says biased. No shit, buddy. It's a fucking opinion. Of course it's biased. You can have an unbiased opinion? Is that even possible? I'll leave you guys with a quote from George Carlin. I have this moron thing I do. It's called thinking. You should do it too. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed my long ass video. And I hope it was bearable. I didn't think it was. You got a little insight to me. You kind of know me. I'm sure I'll see some of you in real life. I already have before. So everyone have a good time and take it easy. And I forgot one thing. This is going to piss a lot of people off. Israel and Palestine. I think the Palestinians are unfairly stomped on, and I think a small percentage of them are extreme. And I think Israel needs to lighten up. I think they need to be less religious. I I believe in a two-state solution. I don't like religion involved in it. Why are they allowed to have a religious state, a Jewish state, and I mean, America couldn't declare itself a Christian state. Never. I'm saying it's multicultural. There's more people. You can't just have kind of one person. You can't give people. You can't say these people have rights here. These people have limited rights. You can't do that. I don't know. I mean, basically, if you're saying it's just the way the Palestinians are treated in Gaza, walled off ghettos, you're basically saying apartheid was, Nelson Mandela was an asshole, whatever. I'm not too biased on this. I mean, shit, there's a ton of good Israeli people, a ton of good Palestinian people. It's individuals. Those people matter. Don't listen to the political parties. They're fucking nut jobs. They're both extreme right nut jobs. Don't listen to them. Form your own opinion. Go there if you can. Go to Israel. Go to Jerusalem. Go to Gaza. You know, just do this stuff, man. Yeah, I'm not extreme on this, but I can see myself getting hate because that happens sometimes. And I love Jews. I almost became one. Almost everyone I look. I say Carlin, but almost everyone I look up to is Jewish. Comedian. And Cole Cabana, I met him. He was the coolest guy. He was one of the coolest guys I met. Pulled a magic trick on my drunk uncle, which was hilarious. Alright, so you guys take it easy and shalom and see Jewish. Everyone have a good time. Yeah, this wasn't as funny as it should have been. It's a little serious. Alright, I'm out, and you guys have a good time. Well, I don't know, whatever. If you don't agree with me, then fine. If you do agree with me, fine. Whatever, it's my opinions, I don't care. This has been an insight into myself, and yeah, I hope to see more people kind of showing themselves. Cut it out with the fucking anger, man. Have a good time. Be serious, but have a good time. Without laughter, we're fucking useless, man. We're useless. Even hyenas laugh. Alright, I'm out.